With AI governance, you don't want just one party, like the GRC team, to be the only one involved. Kind of like just like regular GRC, you need leadership in charge. So Sabrina, can you tell us about the 3 lines of defense within AI governance?
Yes, of course. I mean, for many who are joining today, they will be familiar with the concept of 3 lines of defense. And so we're really not reinventing the wheel here, but I think we are using what we know already works well and apply that for AI governance. And so just to explain what I've seen, especially in financial institutions working quite well, where they were already a little bit more advanced in implementation, is the first line would be your product owners and model risk owners, right? These are the individuals or the teams where they're directly involved in developing, deploying, and using AI systems. And they're the ones also who own and manage the risks associated with the AI systems, because they're the ones, they say, I have a use case. I know I have an opportunity here. We can increase efficiencies. We can expand our market share, whatever the case may be. And so they have that ownership, and then establish and implement controls in line with company policies to manage these risks within the operational processes. Now, following that, you have your risk management and compliance function, which normally also would be if you have the AI committee or AI governance team or function. And so here, of course, they're the ones who oversee and challenge the first line's risk management activities. They're the ones who develop the risk management framework, the policies and procedures, and monitor the adherence of the guidelines, and also approve new AI use cases. That way you ensure you give power to the different teams to test AI and implement AI, but you then have the second line of defense who review and approve against these company policies. And then the third line of defense is your internal audit. And again, if you're working in IT, something you're already super familiar with, for instance, and any other GRC function as well. So here you have your internal audits, making sure that your risk management framework and controls are effective, assess whether they need to be updated, and you conduct these audits to identify areas for improvement. Just to give one specific example, with one financial institution we've been working with, I don't remember if it was 15 or 16, but they've called it risk dimensions that they've had and the second line of defense implemented. And so essentially, whenever there was a product owner who said, oh, I have a great idea, a great use case for AI, they would need to assess that use case against these 16 dimensions, and then also explain what metrics they use to measure it, why these metrics are relevant, and how they update them and maintain the performance of the system over time. Then on top of that, these numbers need to be reported on a quarterly basis to the second line of defense. I think that is just to give an example of how we can implement a framework that would allow you to empower your teams to implement AI while having that governance layer as well.